Running my agency successfully means I need to focus on tasks that drive growth and set the direction for my team. But what exactly do I handle as the agency owner? Hi, I'm Dave. I've been running Designs First Media, a six-figure agency, since 2011. Over the years, I've helped many agency owners grow by focusing on what truly matters for their business. In this video, I'm going to share the key responsibilities I personally take on to ensure that my agency continues to thrive and scale effectively. There are some tasks that only I can handle as an agency owner, like setting the vision, building client relationships, and driving long-term success. But today, I'm going to take you through what I focus on and how I've learned to delegate everything else. So first of all, setting the vision. As a visionary behind the agency, I'm responsible for steering us towards long-term growth. I focus on defining our market positioning and adapting to new trends, whether that's integrating new services or technology. One key aspect is making sure our brand identity is consistent across all platforms. This is something that I personally keep an eye on. So, for example, one thing I wouldn't want to happen is, like, on Facebook, it's one color and our website is a different color, or the messaging's a little off, and it could really easily confuse people. The next thing would be building client relationships. I found that high-level client engagement is something our clients expect from me, and they trust me to lead strategy sessions and oversee projects. Now, to be clear, I'm not in the projects day to day. I'm not checking on each of our designers, developers, or technical talent. I have what we would call our CSMs, customer success managers, very similar to PMs, project managers, and they're overseeing it on a day-to-day basis. But for me as an owner, I'm setting it up, providing the team clarity on the direction and confirming it with the client, of course. And then afterwards, and periodically, I'm checking in, like, hey, how's everything going on this project? Do you have any bottlenecks? Are there any concerns? My role is to nurture those relationships and stay involved, which has been really critical to our success. The next piece, leading the team and culture. Creating the right culture starts with me. I work closely with my leadership team, providing mentorship and fostering collaborative environment. So to be clear, I'm doing one-on-ones at least once a month. If they're a new hire, I'm meeting with them pretty much every day. And then eventually it becomes once a week, and then once a month. When challenges arises, whether internal or external, I'm the one guiding the team through that. And leadership has been critical in maintaining stability. And to be clear, I try to avoid just providing answers. Like, for example, if there's an emergency, there's a fire, I'm like, okay, here we go. This is what we need to do, X, Y, and Z, or A, B, C. But when it's something that's not high pressure, or it's a fire, I try to engage the best I can and mentor my leaders and others and say, all right, how would you do it? How would you handle this in this situation? Because the more they're empowered, the less I have to do. And I don't always have to be there, because I feel a lot more confident in the individual, and also the individual feels a lot more confident in being able to make those decisions. The next piece would be strategic networking. Networking throughout the past 13 years has been really critical. I don't do it as much as I used to when I first started, but it really has been a big part of our agency. Whether it's attending industry events or forming partnerships, it's some of the things that I used to really prioritize. And I still try to do it, but it's a little tougher now with 3 young kids. I also make time to connect with potential investors, stakeholders, especially as we look towards future growth opportunities. The next piece would be staying ahead in innovation and growth. It's my personal favorite. It's one of those things where I'm always looking at the latest and greatest from a tech standpoint, or hardware tech or software, like AI. So I'm always thinking about what's next and really staying on top of industry trends and really regularly evaluating how new tools or technology can improve our workflow or potentially could blow things up. And just like, for example, recently there's a big conflict between the founder of one of the co-founders of WordPress and WP Engine, right? So I'm thinking about this in the back of my mind, like, okay, how does that impact us? How does it impact our clients? How does it impact the websites that we're managing? Do we need to update processes? Do we even need to switch providers? Because some of our clients or partners are using WP Engine. So whether expanding into new markets or scaling operations, innovation is an area that I've really been honing on. And yes, I do ask the other team members to also innovate in their own areas, but I'm thinking about it from a company-wide perspective in the next year, 3, 5, and even 40 years. The next piece would be keeping up with market research. It's important to stay informed about what our clients need and where the market's headed. I regularly review client feedback to make sure we're staying competitive and delivering value. The other piece would be managing financials. The financial strategy is something where I've realized as I work in my agency longer and longer, I've never been the greatest at looking at like accounting numbers. And I'll be honest, that's just the reality. I really love the creative stuff. I really like the tech stuff, but when it comes to looking at balance sheets and P&Ls and doing reconciliations, right, it really put me to sleep. I realize it's just as important in really understanding the performance of the organization. So I'm looking more now on the profit margins, managing risk from a financial aspects, and making decisions on different pricing models. And some of these pieces that has really helped me is having an accountant, having someone on the team that helps me get the reports and helps me translate like what the heck is going on. And it's something way beyond an AI can do, because they're looking at from all aspects of the financials, the forecasting, what's next in the next few months. Are we trending up? Are we trending down? And also coming out with ideas to maintain a good health in our agency. The next piece I work on is really promoting the brand. I also make it a point to be as visible as possible. As you can see, I'm doing videos, these talking head videos, this educational content. And so those are some of the things that I've done in the past. It really positions me as an authority, but also brings value to others, and also value to my own agency. Another piece would be doing case studies and client testimonials. It's another thing that we do a bit of. Until I run out of time or I can't keep up, I will continue to do like the testimonial interviews that I've been doing for a while now. Another piece would be handling legal and compliance for big, high-value contracts. I'm negotiating that, or I'm overseeing some of the IPs that we're working on, and really making sure that our creative assets are protected. Unless it's something outside of my understanding, then that's when I would delegate over to a lawyer or other experts on the team. Another piece would be hiring key roles. And with that, hiring is one of those areas I try to be as directly involved in as much as possible, especially when it comes to leadership roles like department heads or creative directors. And I'm not just thinking about the present. Every hire has to align with our long-term vision for our agency's future. The next one would be staying involved in creative direction. While most technical tasks can be delegated, I still like to stay involved in certain pre-production aspects like let's say storyboarding or script writing and making key creative decisions. Like for example, this particular video, there was a script written and thanks to my wonderful team, they were able to create the baseline, the rough draft of the script, but I'm still going in, making tweaks, making adjustments, improvements to ensure that it is truly from me and it's authentic versus it's completely written by somebody else. By doing that, it aligns and the work that I'm doing remains consistent with my vision. So question for you, what are the most challenging tasks to manage as an agency owner? Comment below. I'd love to hear your experiences and offer advice on how to balance leadership with delegation. Now, don't forget to subscribe to learn more about how to scale an agency.